We're a couple officially.
Yeah.
Warning, the following video contains strong language which may be offensive to some viewers and or inappropriate for children. The content within this video is intended for mature audiences only.
Welcome to Everything Yet Nothin. Here's a hillbilly in eyeshadow who's looking fabulous and talking about anything yet something. Get ready to chew on a blade of sweet grass and talk about a variety of LGBTQ topics to the lifestyle of a gay hillbilly. Watch out, folks. These hills don't just got eyes. They got themselves a vodcast. Now, here's T-Roy.
Hey, welcome to Everything Yet Nothin. Well, guess what? We have another fabulous show with Mr. JoJo.
Hello.
Hello, love. I love your shirt. I've seen it and I was like, oh my god, I love it.
It's perfect for today.
And your hat, totally. It's like we were thinking the same, right?
You can't go wrong with Ken or Golden Girls.
Yeah. I had people looking at me like I was gay or something today.
Oh my
At
god.
Walmart.
How dare they?
I know. I was like, why are you staring at me? I'm not a product. Although,
You could be.
I think anybody. So, tonight we are going to be talking about a little bit of this and a little bit of that. JoJo is with a children's school.
An organization, an after-school program, yeah.
Yeah. And so he deals with a lot of LGB and he rallies and he goes and tips cars over and throws things through the windows and burns it down. Burns it down. So we're going to talk a little bit about that because he has some connections to help individuals out that he could throw out there, and you know, if you are looking for help, he'll guide you to the right house. So,
Yep.
Tell us about your organization.
My specific organization or the coalition that I'm part of?
Both.
So, the organization I work for is an after-school program. And most of the kids that we serve are kids that have free and reduced lunches, but they get a chance to come to our organization after school. The school brings them to us, and we're able to pour into them. We have leadership programs. We really like to focus on the whole body health. So I specifically run a program that is social emotional learning. So we talk about feelings, we talk about the harms of drugs and alcohol on an adolescent's body and their brain specifically. Because what a lot of people don't understand is like you have an adolescent brain until you're 25 years old. But we focus on 5 to 18-year-olds in our educating, because when you're an adult, you can make your own choices, you can make your own decisions.
Right.
And I mean, you're your own person, so we just give these kids the tools to be able to know, you know, what's harmful, things to stay away from, and then they make their own decisions and, you know, do their own things. One of the things that we focus on is good character and good leadership. So a lot of people are like, oh, they're just babysitters, but we're not babysitters. You know, a lot of our parents would say that we're raising their children just as well as we are. Through the position that I have, is funded by a grant by the state of Missouri, and it's the Department of Mental Health, which allows me to be part of different coalitions and talk about different things. And one of the things that came up on the radar a couple months ago, and I was able to pull some of our friends together. T-Roy and his husband Kevin were also there. But we had a focus group talking about the LGBTQ plus community when it comes to mental illness and substance abuse.
That was a good meeting, by the way.
It was. And one of the things that coalition did was took all of that information, not just about the LGBTQ plus community, but our community as a whole in our area. And we were just a little portion of that, but also a big portion of that. And one of the things that we talked about was a safe space to be able to gather and be able to have those resources. Because the thing with our community is it doesn't create a safe space for us to be able to go to doctors and get treatment or get tested, or the amount of times that I've been to our local hospital and they literally disregard everything that's going on with me, and their response is, it's just because you're a gay man. I actually had a friend who almost died at the hospital here, and they had to transfer him 45 minutes away where they treated him better because they just didn't care. They didn't care because he was gay, so they felt like he was less of a person.
That's so sad.
It is sad.
Like, it's absolute bullshit. Because if he's from here, he pays the taxes, the bill, just like everybody else in this.
Yep.
And they shouldn't have pushed him away or treated him any different just because of his sexuality. That's absolutely crazy.
And the thing that so many people don't understand about our area is we live in a tourist town. And one of the biggest things that we have to offer for families is live entertainment, music shows, comedy shows. And I would say that at least 65% of the actors and the performers in these shows are members of the LGBTQ plus community, but they're not allowed to be open about it. They're not allowed to be honest about it. They're not allowed to be public about it.
And that's also sad because they work their asses off and they live here as well. They pay their taxes as well. And it shouldn't matter how your sexuality is because that's nobody else's business.
Yeah.
But they make it their business just about everywhere. Everywhere you go, hospital, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It's like, oh yeah, are you gay or lesbian or whatever? And it shouldn't even be brought up whatsoever. I mean, years ago, I never even fathomed today like then.
Yeah.
Because it was not there. It's crazy because you got the good, and then you also keep the bad within the bullshit.
Yeah.
And it's like...
But you also can't throw the baby out with the bathwater.
Yeah.
You have to take the good things and count the good things, too, because there are a lot of good things that this community that we live in offers. There are a lot of positives, but there's also... a lot of negatives, and it's not everybody in our community that is negative or has hate for us or wish harm upon us. It's it's a small portion of them, but that small portion is very loud,
right?
And they do it in the name of God, and that's why the community supports them because we're in the middle of the Bible Belt, right.
And like I said, I've seen a big change within Branson. Towards the LGBT, and it's not all bad because a lot of it has changed for the better. That I've watched change, and a lot of people ask me, can you tell a difference? And I'm like, well, the hate is here, but it's pointed out. You know where that hate is now. There is no ifs, ands, or buts. There is no hiding. Like years ago, they hid, but they still hated. They would throw their hate around and not be noticed or anything like that. So it was, hearsay. But nowadays, it's totally different. Because there are a lot more LGBT friendly or LGBT in Branson and around Branson that's coming out. Like we do we sponsor and put on drag shows here in Branson, me and my husband, and we have seen tons of people from Branson come there.
Yeah.
I've had so many people come up and say, I have not been out in Branson in over 30 years.
Yeah.
To any of the shows, to any of the clubs, to anything.
Yeah.
Just because of all the hate that they feel from the actual haters.
Yeah.
That, love is there, but it's not strong. That love needs to get stronger within us and within everything around us for the LGBT.
Yeah.
And, we need allies to push us and help push us and to be beside us and along with everybody else that's LGBT.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sorry, but you live here. Why can't you live here?
Yeah.
There shouldn't have to be any hiding anymore.
Yeah.
You should be able to walk out your door like I do with my makeup on and just live.
Yeah.
And be yourself. And there is no hiding.
Yeah. And I think, over the last several months, we keep circling back to the Board of Aldermen meeting.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like every time we have a conversation, there's something pivotal that happened at that Board of Aldermen meeting.
Yeah.
And I think that, it's worth mentioning the Board of Aldermen meeting again at this point, because you had mentioned earlier about how, the hate used to be behind closed doors.
Yeah.
But, one positive thing that Board of Aldermen meeting did do for us as the gay community.
Which is on YouTube?
Yes, it's on YouTube. I want to say it's the City of Branson government page on YouTube. Brutal. Some of the things that were said, like at one point we literally were uncomfortable and had to stand up and walk out in the middle of Board of Aldermen meeting because we knew that if we waited for everybody else, it was going to be a negative situation.
Yeah.
And it was for our best safety. But the biggest thing that did for us was not only did it give us fire, because it sure,
gave us the strength that we need.
Yeah, it gave us strength, and then it also, those people said those things publicly, and they can't take them, they can't take them back.
Nope, it's there, and people can watch it. Just like we said, it is there. It is not going away. If anything, it's going to grow and it's going to get bigger.
Mm-hmm. And because for so many years, we as members of the LGBTQ plus community, especially in this area, have said that these things were happening, and nobody wanted to believe us, and they just wanted to sweep it under the rug. But now people coming out with that hatred publicly shows everybody, hey, like, they're right. Like, there are some things that are messed up, and you learn from your mistakes, and you realize that the things that you've said and the things that you've done, because the amount of people that have apologized over the last several months for their church or people in their church is and they've said,
a part of it.
We don't feel that
there.
way,
I had a lot of people right after when we got up and walked out. They walked out with us and met us in the hallway, and it's like, oh my God, I am an absolute Christian. If I would have known any of this was going to go down, I would not be here. Because that is not what a Christian does. And I mean, it was absolutely fucking disgusting. It was the worst thing in years that anybody could go through.
And I've said it 1,000,001 times. People who know me know that I've said it. Everything that I fight for today, everything that I'm doing today, is just laying that groundwork for the younger generation. I work with kids, so everything that I do, every way that I present myself, every every decision that I make, I have in the back of my head is, how is this going to affect the next generation? Because there's little boys and little girls out there that are struggling with their sexual identity, their gender identity. They're struggling with so many things. I couldn't be a kid today, but the things that I do today and the way that I react to them and the way I support them is going to set them up for success. And I refuse. There's a little girl that comes to the place that I work, and she always wears a Trump girl shirt, and she's one of the sweetest kids. Like, I am a firm believer that just because you voted for somebody that I don't agree with does not mean that you're a terrible person or that you're filled with hate. It just is what it is. And I make it a point not to talk about politics and stuff like that, because there's so many different people that feel so many different ways. I thought, that I knew that who I was going to, vote for later this year, but now I'm questioning everything because, every day it's like there's different things, and it's gonna be a difficult decision to make this year, because we have, shit, pardon my language, but we don't have a whole lot to choose from, like, and I will say, it doesn't matter what side of the fence you're on, doesn't matter, what political party you stand for. There's negatives, there's pros, there's cons to both sides, and I hate the fact that we have to choose one, but it's the lesser of the two evils.
Yeah, absolutely. We have some comments. Hi, Pat. Still, how are you?
Hi, Pat.
Hey, Daniel. How are you?
Hi, Daniel.
Hey, boys. He says, "How tall are you, JoJo?"
I'm a very tall drink of water. I am 6'5".
Woo! 6'5".
How tall are you, Daniel?
Yeah. Now that's the question right there.
I think Daniel's probably fun sized.
Oh yes, quite fun sized. So yes, we are talking today with Mr. JoJo. But yeah, going back to the Alderman meeting, we have a drag show coming up this month, the 17th, next Friday. Doors open at 9, show starts at 10, cup charges 5, VIP is 10. It's a luau, late night party luau.
Woo!
So
get
bring
your
your luau,
legs.
and you will all have legs because you will be laid.
I mean, I plan on getting laid that night at least twice.
I'm gonna go like more than that. Maybe 5-ish or 3-ish. Yeah, I'm gonna go with 3.
Yeah, I mean, that seems like a pretty appropriate number.
Yeah, pretty appropriate. Yeah.
Let's see, Kevin, Daniel. Yeah, that's plenty.
Absolutely plenty. So you gotta come and check it out because it's going to be absolutely fun. I will be starting it out, performing, and then it will go into my queens. And we do have a bearded queen with us this time.
Yes!
And all the other queens. Oh my goodness.
Bearded queens are so underrated, and I just love them so much.
Well, hello, Mr. Boo.
Listen, we're good at it, though. We are bad, but we're good at it.
But we are good at it.
Now, so, like, you mentioned the drag shows, which I can't believe, like, I'm still in awe of the fact that you and your husband have been doing drag in this town for a year now, like a little over a year. The last show was our 1-year anniversary, I believe.
Yes.
So it's amazing. I mean, I've only missed one since they started doing it.
Thank you so much for that.
And I think I was out of town, and that's why I wasn't there.
Yeah, you were.
But, like, it's so important to not only support the arts, because I'm a firm believer that you should support the arts, whether it's music, acting, comedy,
no matter what it is,
live theater. You should support the arts because it's a huge part of the LGBTQ plus community.
Yeah.
And in order for us to support our brothers and sisters, I feel like we need to make it a point to support their arts and their talents and stuff, which is why, I mean, I love drag shows to begin with, but there's a reason that I always want that table right there in the front. Not only is it fun, but I want people to see that I am there supporting it because it's important to support it.
Absolutely, and you've been there since day one, and I tell you what, I could start balling right now, but I'm not going to.
Or you could. We could both try it.
Because we went through so much hell, and you were there through it all with us. And for me to have to go through all that hell, and you to be right next to me, meant so much. It was a lot of strength coming from you to me to carry that on, and I'm proud of you, and thank you so very much for.
I'm also proud of you, and not just proud of us, but also the the support from our loved ones.
Yeah,
like,
the ones
that were there
with
and then
us.
were not there,
And
because we still
yeah.
needed the ones that weren't there to
And I
help
felt that
lift us
strength
up.
too.
Yep.
Yeah, I felt that strength too, because we did. We had lovers
Yep.
that couldn't make it for some odd reason, but they were still there for us.
Yep.
And that helped us tremendously, because that's what you do. You gotta support each other, and you gotta get in there, and you gotta make sure that support stays strong, and make it even stronger. We can't give up, and we can't slow down on anything.
We won't give up, let up, or shut up.
Exactly.
Because we exist and we're not going anywhere. We're here.
Nowhere. Absolutely. We are here, and honey, we are queer.
Yep.
And that's the way it's going to be, whether you want it or not.
I like to tell people my God made me, and God doesn't make mistakes.
WLFE-DB Radio Network says, I'm trying to put together a pride event at my bar and courtyard. But that would be so awesome.
Is that local?
June 29th. And isn't that through New York? Where's that through, Ted? My boo. Boss, JoJo Boss.
Hello, boss man. I've heard lots about you.
Oh, yes, he has. He calls this daddy for a reason. No, just his other husbands. How's my other husband? Usually talking about Kevin. How's my other husband doing? It's in Caledonia, New York, right?
I've never been to the state of New York, not even one time.
Me either. I'm gonna go though, and then we're gonna stay with my boo, because he's a pip so.
Hey. Oh, your other husband is eating.
Oh, yeah. So your other husband's eating.
Oh.
Oh, nope. He's here. You want to poke hold it in, head in, and say hi to Boo?
Say hi to your husband. You get one finger.
That's all you get. Hey, Daniel.
Was that a finger?
I don't know, but it was a lot,
Hey,
sir. He
Daniel.
came in with a mouthful, so I don't know what he was eating.
Yeah, he wants to know what you're eating, husband.
I ate a tortilla with that cheese on
Tortilla with some cheese on it.
and roast beef.
Borscht
And roast beef.
Borscht sounds like foreskin, not to be confused with foreskin. It's foreskin.
Foreskin. What kind of language is that?
Yeah, I don't think I eat foreskin cheese.
No, it probably wouldn't taste as good.
No.
That's a whole different kind of.
That's a whole different kind of dirty. Ain't nobody got no time for that.
I am out of that one. I'll pass.
Yes, definitely.
That was so fast.
But I had to take care of Rowdy. He was in there in the morning.
The needy boys.
The babies.
I may have dozed off for a second.
Boo Ted said I had 4 chicken finger wraps with buffalo hot yum. OMG. Did you have any white stuff with that?
That sounds hot.
What? That or the white?
Sorry, I shouldn't not be flirting with your boss, but it's
oh my
fine.
God.
He's a big old berry.
He is a gay bear from New York. Blue cheese.
I've never even seen his face, and I'm hitting him. It's fine.
See? There was white stuff.
All right.
Yeah,
I see you.
Bring it on. Yeah, bring it on. So he is white cheese. I love you. He's awesome. Absolutely fine.
I like blue cheese. It smells weird, but it tastes good.
Kevin says he likes blue cheese.
Still
looks weird, but
Foreskin
tastes
cheese
good.
isn't anything like blue cheese, so.
I am not gonna go there.
Nope.
Not on this show.
Not today. That's the after-hour show. So
After
tune in,
hour.
at 2 a.m. That's when we'll talk.
That's
about
really
that.
close to porn, and you know how the boss feels about porn.
Yeah, foreskin. I don't know how it feels about foreskin.
And then there's like
I can
contracts
imagine.
involved because we have to be paid for that. It's it's a whole thing.
Yeah.
Like it's
So, with that said, this is a song. OnlyFans. Not really.
Tune in to OnlyFans.Papa Joe. It's fine.
Oh no. I need to put that down there because I'm done with that. Here comes my rider. Raise hell.
He's coming right to you.
So come here. Come on. My baby had to come.
I'm surprised that he
wanted to be on
has stayed right here the whole
TV.
entire time.
You were
That's
on
his father
TV. Are you
show.
gonna say hi? Hello, my name's Ryder.
People don't realize that he's
Mr. Ryder.
often a very quiet co-host.
Yeah.
They hear Rowdy snoring.
Listen, Rowdy's the dramatic one.
Rowdy is so dramatic.
He's gotta be noticed.
Noticed. So what is everybody doing and how is everybody doing? Yes, back to the drag show, which is the 17th, next Friday, 9 o'clock, doors open. Show starts at 10. We have 6 performers, counting myself. 6 performers, counting myself. And
You guys all see that condescending look right? He's looking right
Four.
at me on the camera.
4 queens and 1 bearded queen, right? So that's 5. And then I mixed the 6th. So come and see the 6th because it's going to be absolutely phenomenal. And you're going to love it because it is so much fun.
Do you have to be
He's
gay?
right before. He did that the other day.
Do you have to be gay to go to the show?
Yes.
Is that a requirement to be gay?
Absolutely gay. If you're straight or an ally, I don't.
What about children? Are
Up to
children
you.
allowed to go?
Oh, brother. I would joke about that one, but I don't know.
Yeah,
No.
probably leave the children at home unless they're
Okay.
21 or
Like I say, we don't want your kids, we want your husbands. So leave kids home and bring your husbands and uncles and come on out and have a good time.
I'm at the perfect age
no.
that I could date or fool around with you or your dad.
Yeah.
There's no in between. It's like the perfect little mixture.
Exactly.
God, your 30s are so great.
Yeah, 20s are pretty good too. Just saying. Hello, Daniel. Hello.
Not us talking about Daniel at all.
Not at all.
We would never.
Never. He's probably red faced. Still watching this.
He's probably laying down on the floor with his face in a pillow right now. He's so embarrassed.
I wouldn't know why. See you tomorrow, mister. So come and watch. And it is absolutely open for everybody, LGBT, and it is absolutely phenomenal. I mean, and you got to check out the alderman meetings because that will show you just what kind of hell we've had to go through to get these drag shows going and continuous.
Yep.
We are grandfathered in. There is nothing they could do about it. It is what it is, and it's going to continue until we are done with it.
Yep.
And so come out, have a blast with us, have so much fun because it is so much fun. Yep. And Lady Von Shirley makes her appearances, which is my cousin.
Y'all.
Sister cousin.
Lady Von.
That V knows how to work. her
She's
shit.
she's about ready to come back soon, right?
Yes, absolutely. She's I
Been
tell
far too
everybody
long.
she's on vacation. She's on like that one island, Wanalea or something.
The same one that Elvis Presley's on?
Yes, the same one.
I thought so.
They're like buddy.
Is Tupac there too?
I think so. Yeah. She said something about him just the other night. It was good too.
She got all the stories.
Oh, all the stories, and all the guys keep bringing their like, woo, waiters and waiters and waiters. Thank you, Ted. I love you, boo. You have a good night too.
Bye.
Bye.
Behave yourself or don't. Live your life.
That's right. Live your life.
But if you're gonna be bad, do it right. And
With
be
the
good
white
at
stuff.
it.
Don't forget the white stuff. Okay.
Gotta have it.
Blue cheese, baby. Blue cheese. Oh my gosh, this is so much fun. So I love whenever JoJo comes on here because we have a good time.
You never know what you're gonna get.
Never know what you're gonna get. Never. So
I don't even know what I'm gonna give until I give it.
Yeah, exactly. So we're gonna go out after this to Crazy Craig's Sports Bar, which used to be Beverly's.
Rest her soul.
Mount Branson?
Yep.
Yeah. Mount Branson. Come and check it out and hang out with us. It'll be right after the show, 10-ish. And let's see, what else? So, you bring my Matthew Shepard out. For some reason.
do?
You do. Oh, like when we are around and I am with you, for some reason, Matthew Shepard comes out. And
this means that this is the part where we're going deep. We're diving in
deep. Because, I don't know, I love Matthew Shepard. Yeah. I didn't meet him, I didn't know him. But when you're LGB, you have a lot of stuff in common with another LGB. You know, if you're a gay guy, you have something in common with the next gay guy next to you. And whenever that stuff happened was years ago, and I remember because I was in like high school, and it scared the hell out of me. Like, it absolutely scared me to stay in the closet. Yeah. Because I lived in a small town, and I know how hate is. And the hate that he endured is absolutely disgusting.
Yeah.
So there is a Matthew Shepard organization out there.
Yep.
Yeah. And so look that up and look up Matthew Shepard and give him your respect and watch his story, because his story is going to show you some very ugly, ugly, ugly stuff that is true of LGB and what he had to go and endure, which was absolutely monotonous. So thank you for bringing him up, because I have a lot of love for him, you know, and I just don't know. Every time he comes up, and that was part of my life growing up. So definitely check out Matthew Shepard and reach out and help what they do for the LGB. And if there's like anything that you need that you can reach out to somebody to and about, do so. Just do so safely and careful. Because I hate to say it, but you don't always know who you're going to be reaching out to.
Yeah.
And I said it with grain of salt because you just don't.
Yeah. Not
nowadays, you know, could be somebody that you just absolutely know, and not really don't need to know, because you just don't know.
And today more than ever before, it's so important for us to be safe and be vigilant, because there's a movement trying to ban it, but still in this day there is a legal term called the gay panic defense.
Okay.
Which means, say, T-Roy and I met up And T-Roy identifies as a straight man, but he invited me for a hookup or something like that, and then he decided that he had second thoughts about it. He legally could pull the gay panic defense and say that it was unwanted sexual encounter, and that's why he beat the crap out of me or murdered me. But there is a law in place that people can pull, and it's not all 50 states, but there's still several states that it is legal for them to do that. And it's one of those things where they get more of like a slap on the wrist instead of, the time for the crime. But, you brought up Matthew Shepard, which brings up a lot of feelings for me because I have a friend I had a friend who literally was brutally murdered because somebody on, one of the hookup apps invited him over to their apartment where he literally just used that to lure him in and murder him. And there's several other stories out there like that, that are that are just like that. And there's people that are walking these streets because, to some people they did their due diligence. They got, one of those freaks off the road, like off the street, And it's definitely a scary time to live in, but like I said earlier, I will not give up, let up, or shut up. I am who I am all the way to the core.
Absolutely.
And I'm not ashamed of it, and I'm not going to hide.
Me either, at all. Ain't no reason. I'm getting older, and I got tired of hiding and came out for good. And we have a friend that we just met from a big city, and some of the stuff that happens there is kind of crazy. But it's everywhere. It doesn't matter where it is, but it's out there.
Yeah.
So definitely be careful, and reach out if you need somebody to talk to. Definitely reach out, and there's phone numbers that you can reach out to and through and all that, and safe flights. I believe we are a part of, which is there for anybody that's in need. You can reach out to them. You can reach out to me. You can reach out to JoJo. You can reach out to Kevin, Shirley Vaughn. We have comments. Why do you have a bump on your head, Daniel?
There's follow-up questions there, Daniel. If
there is other ways that we're going to follow. Leanna says, that's bullshit. I can't protect my yard, but that can happen. That is bullshit.
It is.
Some pervert down the road can pull up pictures of what I'm doing in the backyard and get no repercussion for it, but a gay person can literally murdered or beat up because of their beliefs.
Yep.
Yeah. There you go, and that's the truth.
And all we want is as a community, all we want is to be seen and be heard.
Yeah.
Like every other straight person in America. We don't want anything extra. We don't want special privileges. We want the bare minimum. We want the bare minimum of what everybody else has.
Exactly.
And yes, 100% this country has come so far because there, was a time where women couldn't even vote. Women couldn't leave their house and go to work and work a job and raise their kids on their own. We've come so far, and a lot of people say that, this whole cancel culture stuff that's trending right now, a lot of people are like, that's ridiculous. This is stuff that has been happening. But one of my favorite things to tell people is just because it happened for so long doesn't mean that it was right when it was happening.
Yeah.
We live and we learn and we do better. You know, we are constantly evolving and changing, and as a human race, we need to do better. If you see a homeless person or someone of a different ethnicity being treated poorly. It is our job to stand up for them. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter who it is.
Absolutely.
And they don't have to be gay. Like me as a gay man, just because that Sally Walker down the street isn't part of the gay community doesn't mean that she should be treated any less of a human.
Absolutely not. And Amber Shea says, "Preach, JoJo."
I love you, Amber.
Love you, Amber. That's why I love bringing him on here, because we're a lot alike. So. That's why we're both hookers.
I'm just a little younger and a little more beautiful, but
oh, please.
Sally Walker down the street should be such a sweet walker if she doesn't want to be freaking treated differently.
Sally Walker, I love that.
Also, we haven't even been talking about this, but one of the biggest things that people look down on, especially in our community, and it doesn't have anything to do with being gay. Big surprise, we're talking about things that don't revolve around the gay community. But
that's why it's called Everythhin Yet Nothin.
You
never know what you're gonna get.
But oh my God, you're gay?
I am.
No, but one of the things that people frown upon in this town is people that are in the recovery community or that are still struggling with any sort of substance addiction, whether it be drugs or alcohol or anything like that. And it's like people look at them like they're less of people. They're no different than you.
No.
They're just, they choose other substances to deal with the trauma that they've dealt with their whole entire life. And they are hurting just as well as you're hurting. And that was the only choice that they had, was to turn to that versus whatever vice you have, and it irks me that people literally look down on people like that, like they're less fortunate. And the homeless population, that person sleeping on the streets, most of them, there's a reason for it. Most of them are down on their luck. Some of them, got addicted to drugs and went down the wrong path, and that's fine. That's fine. They don't lack anything that we have. We're all human. We share the same blood. We're flesh and blood. And even down to, I watched a video just last night of a person of color, and he walked up to a white person and said, "Your skin's not white. That is pink. That is peach." He's like, "This is brown. This is a different shade of brown." And here's the thing is, you don't ignore the colors of the crayons in a Crayola box. They all have a purpose. They're no different. They're made out of the same thing. They just have a different color attached to it.
Yep.
That's us as humans. It doesn't matter what you're struggling with. It doesn't matter what path you went down. At the end of the day, you are flesh, blood, and bones. And that's it. And at the end of the day, none of that matters.
Exactly. Exactly. Daniel says, "We all want to be loved." Absolutely.
Preach it.
Leanne says, "Okay, you're both gay." Again, somebody's saying I'm gay.
Oh my God.
I'm bi, but in my eyes, you're my friends. Whatever sex we have has nothing to do with who we are as a person. You're my boys. We love you so very much. Yes, Leanne.
I have a lot of sex.
And Connor says he knows you, JoJo.
Connor. Hi, Connor. I'm sure.
Connor Tishner.
Oh, you're Joe's son, aren't you?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes. See, we're figuring this out because I talked to his wife earlier today, Joe's wife, and I talked to Joe the other day, and we all met each other some years ago doing karaoke with everybody, and I don't know who else, but the ones that I know.
Definitely a great family.
Franchetta. Whatever that is.
No.
That's the last name.
That's a cool last name, but I butcher it every time.
I butcher it too.
I think it's Tranchita. Tranchita!
Okay, yes.
Is that right?
Adopted
Joey?
son, yes.
Say yes or no. Tranchita?
Tranchita? Is that right?
Tranchita! That's real fun to say.
I know. It's kind of hot.
Tranchita!
That's like
Okay.
Chitara on fucking.
Yes.
What is it called?
AKA
Thundercats.
Family Friendly.
Thundercat. Wait, that reminded me of Thunder Buddies.
Thundercats! Oh, that's it, John. I got
Why do you hurt yourself like that?
I always had a shot.
You know, I give myself shots every single day, and you would think that it wouldn't hurt, but it does. Because you're literally putting something inside of your skin.
Yeah, and my skin don't like it at all. I'm
Listen,
allergic
I had to get
needles.
over my fear of needles real quick. It's either get over my fear of needles or die, and I'm not trying to die. Not trying to lose any feet, any toes, any leg. Nope, I'm good with everything I got.
Yeah, I understand. I don't know what I would do in that position. I know.
But yeah, it's time for
I
a tetanus
know,
shot.
man.
So she
Like,
said, it's time for a tetanus shot. Do you want to get one now or do you want to get one later? And I was like, well, I may as well get it now. So
You know, I
she
should
comes
probably.
in and she has the needle. And I'm all pulling up my left shoulder because I know where it's going. I was like, I have a preference. I know what this is going to be like. It's going to hurt.
I should
Right here,
probably
dude.
ask my doctor for a tetanus shot because I don't remember the last time I had a tetanus shot.
Isn't it every 7 years you should get one?
Well, I for sure have not had one in the last 14 years at least.
We've had one in 2017 because they were giving them away down here at the park.
Well,
Because
that
they had
is
the
my
blood,
hubby
so-
in the background, as you can hear him.
Ow, ow!
And it is time for a commercial.
A commercial!
Yes, commercial.
Oh, I forgot you guys were
We will be
recording.
back
My bad. I'm
after
sorry.
these messages.
Oh, yeah. Life just got sweeter now that WLFE DB has merchandise. Show your support by purchasing your t-shirts for WLFE, Paratalk Radio, Inside the Drag Closet, and more. But it doesn't stop there. T-shirts, coffee mugs, tanks, buttons, cloth bags, and more. Go to WLFE-DB.com. On the top bar, click on the merchandise tab and bam, there you go. You got merch. Support the shows. WLFE-DB.com.
And welcome back to Everything Yet Nothin. There you are, JoJo.
Hey, I see you too. Look at that guy. Oh, and that guy.
That guy. Like, he just popped right in there.
We looked at the albums. Like, we can see the
I
albums.
think
And there
I
are
watched my
so
hair
many.
in this like waterfall behind me. It's like,
I could bathe in it. It's fine.
I feel
That's
it
so funny, guys,
all over
because
the
like
place. Oh.
I was just about to say, there's in the album there are so many like shots of me doing this with my arm up, just like you guys had it. Like I'm messing with my hair like this, or I'm doing something like this, but if you look through the albums, there's so many freaking screenshots of me doing this with my arm up.
Can I drink from it? It's white though. It's whitish, not yellow. It's fine.
Daniel, I hope your head feels better.
Hi, Teresa.
Oh, his head hurts.
Yeah, he fell getting out of the shower.
You were watching us when you were getting out of the shower, weren't you? Oh, it's our fault.
I told you to stop watching me nude.
You're not naked. You got clothes on.
No, he was watching us nude.
Oh,
He
he
was
was
nude.
nude.
I mean, there
Alright.
is some good content here. So
Hey, girlfriend, we're just leaving. Oh, okay. Well, that's a good excuse. That happens.
we'll allow it.
Yeah, just this one time, Daniel. Just one time.
Next time it's gonna be questionable, but
Yes.
we'll allow it.
We're gonna like work on it. We're gonna talk. I think it's something. Anyways,
Like Tic Tac.
so I don't know. I'm like, I don't know where to go. Anyways, this is the end of the show. It is time to say goodbye. Oh my god, what is that?
That's
It looks like an octopus.
It's not supposed to.
So tune in next Thursday. Tune in next Thursday for the next awesome show of Everything Yet Nothin. And there is going to be a special guest.
Who?
You gotta wait to see.
Oh.
That's
So,
rude. How are you gonna leave us on a cliffhanger like that?
what? I mean, if you want to know, then that means you're gonna have to
That's
do that.
very, very slow.
And see us Friday. Come
Very,
Friday,
very
Friday, 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 Friday.
Friday.
Next Friday, 9 o'clock.
Not tomorrow,
Or
but a
what?
week from tomorrow.
Week from tomorrow. Next week.
Be there or be square.
And who wants to be square nowadays? Not me.
I like to be rounded.
That's all I can
Life
do.
is about
Yeah.
balance.
Balance. That's it. And nothing more. So anybody that is looking for somebody to talk to, reach out to them. Be there for each other. Help each other out. Don't push each other down. There's already enough of that in this world. So we need to change that, and we need to fix that. And the only way that we're gonna do it is together, people. Together.
And if you need someone to talk to and you're not comfortable talking to people you know, dial 988 or text 988, and that is the suicide hotline.
There you go. And there you have it. So be a rainbow and help somebody else be a rainbow too. Ciao. Riverdirty. Wait a minute. That's going to be a long Riverdirty. Where how's that? Out there.
Thank you for joining T-Roy and a special guest here on Everythin Yet Nothin. Tune in next Thursday at 10 p.m. Eastern, 9 p.m. Central for another episode you won't want to miss. Until next time, be a rainbow in someone's life. Like and follow us on Facebook at WLFE DB Radio.
I have no idea what's going on. None. Oh, I can't go anywhere. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. And I hope everybody has a wonderful, safe night. Now, ciao. Ciao.